Good morning. Want to say hi? You have to come into the camera. Say good morning.
Good morning.
You can't see them, but that's where they are. I can tell they're on. Here's your granola bar. Okay. Good morning, Judy. Go put it in the trash in the bathroom. Did you find it? Let's wait to see if a few more people are going to join us this morning before we get started. Good morning, Mary. Yes, it is a beautiful sunny morning. I love the sun. The temperature to me feels about perfect outside. Good morning, Lana. Yay! Good morning, Linda. Nice to have you back. Well, good morning, everyone. We'll just kind of, good morning, Marguerite. I'm going to get started here, and we'll let people just kind of jump on as they come. Welcome back, everyone, for a Friday session. Hopefully, moving strong into our weekend, feeling good, enjoying the sunshine. And we're going to stick with our good morning, Gretchen. We're going to stick with our mantra of knowing that we are exactly where we're supposed to be, embracing the change, whether it be wellness here together or things up during this weekend, just embracing that. So this morning you'll need option to have weights or no weights. That's always a choice. You can do all the movements without weights. And of course, having a chair close by. Um, Make sure we're having our water and we're staying hydrated. And at any point in the workout, even if I don't cue you to take a break, please know that whenever you're feeling uneasy, out of breath, please sit, take a break, and jump back in when you're feeling able to do that. So, with that being said, I think we should just jump in this morning and get started. So, get yourself set up, and I'll do the same. Thank you again for everyone joining me this morning. I'm going to try not to cut my head and my feet off, but my room is only so wide, and I feel like that might be part of the problem is I can't quite get my camera uh, wide enough for us. So, as always, we're going to just start with our warm up. So, sitting in that chair to start this morning, making sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. Sometimes I see that screen pop up even back here, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. So, as always, feet are flat on the floor. See, I can already tell you can't see my feet. I'm sorry. Just lower myself a little bit here. So, feet are flat on the floor, sitting nice and tall, spine long against our chairs here. And let's start with some gentle rolls of the neck. So, just rolling that neck a little bit, taking it nice and slow, knowing that this might be the first movement you've created this morning for yourself. So, being kind to our joints, kind to our spirit this morning. Inhaling at the top and exhaling as that neck comes down and around. Nice work. Nice and easy here, keeping with that breath work. One more, but when you get around to the left side, hold that left ear, left shoulder. Maybe this is deep enough. Maybe you want to gently place a palm on top of your head, just a little extra deeper stretch here. Breathing into that stretch. And slowly release, coming up to that neutral spine. Again, sitting nice and tall. We're going to switch directions. So inhaling as you go towards the left. Slowly releasing, exhaling as you get to the bottom. Being mindful that we're going slow enough that we don't hear any of that popping or crackling in our neck. Inhaling at the top, exhaling around. Nice work. We're going to do one more, and same thing we did on the other side. As you get around to the right, you're going to hold that right ear to the right shoulder. Again, option to stay right here or gently placing that hand on your head. Using your breath. And release. Nice work. We're going to do our bigger shoulder rolls instead of these little ones, taking those arms up a little bit, almost like if you were going to stretch out of bed. You know, we do those stretches. We're just going to use our arms and stretch our shoulders here. Sitting nice and tall in our chair. Nice big breath work here. Slowly warming up our spine, our shoulders, our body. Nice work. We're going to switch directions. Inhaling, exhaling as those arms come around. Nice work. Beautiful. We're going to take our hand forward. Remember our virtual high fives. Either staying right here or gently just grabbing those fingertips, just stretching out the wrist a little bit here this morning. Breathing, keeping that extension of the arm as much as possible. Exhale, pull that. I have my little one here this morning, so if you see him, you can wave. They can't hear you, but you can wave. Do you need help? Mommy's still looking for a babysitter, and we've got one hopefully interviewing this weekend, so he does not have to worry about mom's schedule so much. Exhale. Pull that wrist on the other side. Nice work. Maybe do some gentle rolls with the wrist in one direction. And when you feel complete, roll those in the other direction. Option on this next part to stand this morning. But as always, you can stay seated. We're going to come into our standing here. We're going to come to our step outs, warming up the lower part of our body, Just inhaling and exhaling. This morning, if you want to use your hands, get the arms moving with you, that's always a choice. And knowing that you can do this seated, just stepping those feet out as you're sitting with those arms. Nice work. Keep going. We're going to slowly increase our heart rate here, getting nice and warm from the core outward. Hopefully my little's making you smile, not distracting you. Keep going. 4, 3, 2. You going to work out with us, Coco? No? All right. Last one. Nice work. Nice work. All right. We're going to come into our heels lift. Now you can put the chair in front of you. You can stay seated and just lift those heels, or you can stand to the side of the chair as I am doing. So we're going to inhale, lift those heels, exhale, release. We're going to do a few of these to warm up, taking these at your pace. Maybe you take that right arm out for some balance support. Maybe you play with hovering the left hand. Whatever serves you this morning. Some days our balance is better than other mornings, and that's for everyone. Nice job. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And last one. Beautiful. Sticking with this theme, you can keep this chair here standing, or you can do this seated. We've done this in the chair before. We're going to put some weight if you're standing on that left leg. We're going to bring our leg forward, that right leg. We're going to bend and straighten that knee. It doesn't have to be high. It can be lower range of motion, but just working that knee joint. We're working that quad a little bit, working that balance. Again, you can play with that balance here. Holding that foot forward, just bend and straighten. We're flexing and pointing those toes. Again, option to stay in the chair. 3, 2, and 1. Release. We're going to do that same thing. Other side. So again, getting nice bend, soft bend in that standing leg. Just bend and reach that leg a little bit here. Again, if you want to play with your balance, take this as slow as you need to. He's very curious, friends, of what we're doing. And on this next one, leaving that foot up and flex and point. Coco, they can't see me if you're right there. There you go. Point and flex. Hey, that's not, hey, don't put your neck back like that. You could choke, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Release. Making sure nobody new has joined us here. All right, last little bit that we're going to do, and you can use your chair. We're going to finish warming up our lower part of our body. So we've done this similar before, but if you want to move a little bit more this morning, you don't have to use your chair, but we're going to come into kicking our legs behind us with our arms. Just slowly taking this at your pace and breathing. If this does not serve you, you can go right back to step outs, or you can sit in the chair and do some marching, okay? So 3 different choices here: step outs, kicking our booties, or we sit in the chair and we march. Nice work. Keep that breath work. Keep going. Oh, thank you, Mary, so much. I mean, we're biased. We think he's pretty cute, don't we, Coco? His name is Cohen, C-O-E-N, but we call him Coco. That was my husband's little baby nickname for him. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Nice work, friends. All right, for today's, I can't talk, I can't think. For today's, take a drink, take a break. I'm going to walk you through this as always before we move on. We're going to go on to our strength portion here. So, I'm going to show you what we're going to do first. So, for our strength, and these are choices, okay? If you can take this as deep as you want or not, right? Weights are optional. Weights are just an added layer of strength. So, we're going to take only our right leg to start. I'm going to turn sideways actually so you can see me this way. So we're going to come down. Now, I know some of you have knee issues, so I want to caution you that you can still do this movement safely. It's about the range of motion and how deep you go. So think of it more as a knee bend, because we still, even if we have knee problems, we don't want to just avoid anything to do with the knee, because we want to continue to strengthen the cartilage and the joints and the muscles, okay? So instead of thinking it like a squat, old school, right? We don't have to go that deep, but we want to just come into a little bend here. Holding the weight is just extra. So just a tiny little bend is what we're going to do. And then testing our balance. I really want you to fight for this, friends. I know you can do this. You're going to turn slowly forward, and we're going to do this slow. That weight was still here. We're coming into a squat and pull it up. So those are the two movements we're going to start with for our strength. We're going to take this slow. So getting set up, okay, you're just going to soft bend. It's not a lunge. It's not to the floor. It's your range of motion. So a little bend and lift slowly. You still have your hand on that chair, weight in front, little squat, pull that weight up, okay? Now, if you really feel like, Jamie, I don't want to do that, then your other option is to sit in the chair, standing tall. You're going to row it up and then bring that weight forward this way and come here. So you're just going to work your arms, not your legs, and that's okay. If we're ready, let's do 10 of these. I know we can. So when you come into this lunge knee bend, that front knee is right over your ankle. So make sure it's not over your foot. Bring it back. This back leg is under your hip. So it's not way back here. And we're not going deep, friends. Ready? Down. Exhale up. We're going to slowly go to the front. Getting set up. Squat down. Pull that weight up to the top. That was the first one. Again, taking our time, because I'm challenging your coordination here this morning, friends. We got this. Down a little bit. Come forward with those feet. Nice big inhale as you go down. Exhale, pull that weight up. Beautiful. Coming back around. We're just kind of pivoting our foot here. Down. And then set up for that squat. And pull. Nice job. Again, we're challenging you a little bit this morning because this is advanced strength at 9:15. So knowing that it's okay if this feels uncomfortable, it shouldn't be painful. It should be challenging. And we're just doing a little bit. We're not doing a deep one, remember? Nice job. Staying nice and tall. When we come in that squat, making sure the weight is in the heels. Down. And also remembering, if you feel like 10 is too much for you today, that's okay. Our goal is progress, not perfection. So we just try the best we can, doing as many as feel good. Nice job. Let's do one more. Standing nice and tall. Down. To the side. Squat. Pull it up. Nice work. Now, I know we probably got your heart rate up a little with all that movement. So take a moment, take a break, grab a drink of water. Before we move on. Nice work, friends. We're going to move on to our arm series here. Option to stay seated as always. But if you're wanting to challenge yourself this morning, and you can have your chair in front of you if you're going to stand, I'm going to move my chair so you can see the movement. But just know if you're going to do the standing portion, the chair would be in front of you if you needed to stop and take a break and hold it, okay? And if you're seated, you're just doing the arm movements, okay? So we're going to start with, and you can still be in your break. I want to walk you through this, so take your time. We're going to come into this bicep curl and then step. So bicep out, come to a step out, and then a T. So then bicep, and we'll switch the other side. Left leg, T. See how I'm switching those arms? So we're standing nice and tall, parallel. Bicep curl this direction, step out, T. Okay? You can do this in the chair. If you want to add your legs in the chair, it looks like just when we do a step out, sitting in the chair. Okay? So when you're ready, standing nice and tall, roll those shoulders down and back, knowing that if you need that chair in front of you, if you're standing, have that there for that stability. So first we're going to come into bicep, step out, and into that curl. Step up, step out, curl, and then back to the T. Take this as slow as you need. You don't even have to bend your knees as much as I am. You can just literally step out. Nice job. Keeping those elbows nice and close to the body. We're not trying to let them flare out here, okay? Keeping them close, really working the biceps here. Nice work. Keep strong. You got this. 5, 4, keep squeezing. Keep smiling. Here we go. 2 more. Stepping out last time. And in. Nice work, friends. Beautiful. Take a moment here. Take a moment. All right. Last strength thing in this series, and then we're going to do that again, and then we'll cool down. So what we're going to do, and we've done this before, most of you have, we've done this one other time. Options here, right? I love to give you options. So we're going to work our legs, but then we're going to work our core. Core is so important. So if you're going to stay seated, you're going to come a little bit from your chair. Actually, whether you whether you decide to stay in your chair or stand, you are going to push yourself away from the chair a little bit. So if you're going to stay in the chair, arms are going to come across, and this is going to be your movement. Back and forth. We're doing abs. Inhaling, exhaling. If you're going to stand, we inhale, exhale, push yourself up, and then exhale, come back in that chair. All right? So let's do 10 of those. Making sure I thought I saw my screen. All right, friends. So sitting up, feet are flat on the floor, spine is nice and long. You inhale, exhale, and stand if you're choosing to stand. Taking it nice and slow. And I can't even see my chair. See, I got to look back too. And inhale and exhale. Push through the heels. You got this. Inhale. Every time you come back, set yourself back up. Inhale. Lean back. Exhale. Pull with the core. And lift. Nice job. setting back up. Always getting that space before you move on. An option just to stay in that chair. Inhale. You got this. Let's do 5 more all together. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. Nice work. Taking it as slow as you need. Messes with my balance too. Nice job. Lifting and lowering. See, I always got to find my chair. I'm not used to using a chair, so that's what messes me up, friends. So we all have our own depth perceptions here with our chair. So I almost prefer, it kind of challenges me too. Nice job. Let's do one more wherever you are, knowing that if you didn't get 10 today, that's okay. Maybe you get 10 the next time. Beautiful. Come back down. Grab a drink. Take a break. Nice work, friends. What I love about that movement is that we're working our core and our legs in that movement. Nice job. Continue to take your time. Grab a drink, whatever you need. Beautiful. All right. Again, staying where you are, taking a break as long as you need, okay? We're just going to set up, and we're going to set up on the other side. So remember, the last time we had our right leg underneath of us. This time, we're taking our right leg will be the one that bends. So we stand nice and tall. And again, I'm just setting you up. So if you're still taking a water break, please do so. So just reminding you of that alignment. That front knee is right in line with your ankle. It's not pushed forward because that's when we cause discomfort in our knee joints. Standing nice and tall, and we're only bending a tiny bit. We're not doing a full lunge, okay? But we do want to warm up those joints and keep those knees strong. So a little bend. And then I'm going to turn away from you, and I apologize, but that's the way I got to go because we got to come into that squat. So I know that I'll be turning this direction, but I'm going to show you when we turn. Remember, we come down a little bit and then pull. All right? So when you're ready, getting yourself nice and set up, okay? All right. So coming in to that nice little knee bend lunge here. Little bend. Weight is optional. Turning to the side, coming into that squat, pulling that weight up. Slowly turning back, pivoting on that leg, taking your time. Little knee bend. Back to that squat. Weight comes in front. Pull it up the chest. Nice job. Again, each time taking your time to get set back up. This is not about quickness. This is about strength. Inhaling and lift. Nice job. Keep breathing as you're moving through these movements. Keep going. I'm going to check on all of you. Yes, make sure nobody has any questions. Keep going. You got this. Should have wore a ponytail holder today. My hair is in my face. Down and up. Let's do 3 more wherever you are. Down. Remember to inhale and exhale on that release as you lift. Inhale down, exhale, push. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale. You got this. And release. Beautiful work. Breathe. We're going to breathe before we go on to our next one. All right. Remembering, I'm going to just set you up, so continue to take that rest. I want you to get that rest in between sets, okay? So, remembering, you can sit, and I'll show you seated if you'd prefer this time. So, when we stay seated, we come into a bicep curl and then a T. So this is what it looks like if you're going to stay seated, just stepping out. If you're standing, it's just a step out, step. Get yourself nice and set up. Nice big breaths. Grab a drink if you need it before we move on to this next little series. Standing nice and tall, or even if you're in the chair, sitting nice and tall. Heart is open to receiving. Step out with a curl. Back in. Alternating here. Little bit of balance if you're standing. Don't worry yourself if you are seated, because we're definitely still working. Breathing, inhaling, and exhaling. And making sure to keep that core engaged. Nice job. Beautiful. Let's do 5, 4. Nice work. Keep going. 2 more. 2. And release. Nice job, friends. Beautiful work. Taking that moment to pause. Grabbing that drink. Nice. Beautiful. This is our last strength. This class went fast, friends. This is your last strength exercise, and then we're going to go into that cool down. So, nice work. So, taking your time to get set up, take that break. Nice big inhales and exhales. Again, I'm going to walk you through it before we do it together, okay? So you remember our choices here. You can stay right like this, scooting yourself just a tiny bit away from your chair. You're going to cross those arms. Inhale, back, exhale, pull with that abdomen. So this is where you can stay the whole last series. Or if you're going to build and layer with me, we're going to inhale it back, exhale, stand out of that chair, push. Okay? So those are your choices. One more time. Let's take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale. Release. All right, friends. Last hard effort of class this morning. Crossing those hands. Inhale back. Exhale, pull and push. Nice job. Slowly sitting back down if you've chosen to stand with me. Always getting set back up. Inhale. Exhale. Push through those heels. Nice job. Keep going. Remembering you are exactly where you're supposed to be this morning. You're also exactly where you're supposed to be for your wellness journey. So always remembering to do what serves us. We want to challenge one another, but we want to stay safe. That's the most important. So always remembering we're not going as fast as me. We're not going as fast as your partner when we do meet in person. It's your journey. We're just here to motivate and encourage. Let's do 2. You scared me. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Little stinkers. Up. And exhale. Down. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Nice job. He did scare his mommy. All right. Breathe. Take our breath down. Grab a drink. Taking our time. Giving yourselves a big hand for that challenging workout. I know that I pushed you this morning, but I also believe in you and know that you can do hard things. So, taking that time to grab a drink before we go into our cool down. Next year, my little guy will be in kindergarten. Right now, he goes to University Christian Preschool. Hey, no, thank you. That's dangerous. No, thank you. And so he only goes to school Monday through Thursday. And he's actually had an extended weekend. They had parent-teacher conference, so he didn't even have school yesterday, did you? He was with Grandpa. All right. I need to sit there so I can show them. Please move. Thank you. All right. We are going to come down for our cool down. Coco, are you going to help us cool down?
No, I don't know.
Well, we can help you. We can help you. All right. Sitting nice and tall. Nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale. Release. We're going to take our right foot and just bend and extend, cooling down from the bottom to the top this morning. Sometimes I go top to bottom. This time we're going to switch it up. Beautiful. Just keep bending and extending that right leg. Few more times here. And then we'll switch other side. Nice job. Getting set up for the left side. Inhaling as that leg comes up. Exhale as you pull it back down. Being kind to our bodies and our joints. Soaking up all that hard work that you just did. Knowing that you were doing something so good for your body, for your spirit. Hopefully your heart space feels a little bit more fulfilled as well. Cohen, please put those down. That's dangerous. Thank you. Set them down. Thank you. All right. Last one. And release. We're going to sit a little bit away from our chairs so we can come into those nice little circles with our hips. And you can be right here. You can put your hands on your hips. You can take your arms out. Slow though, only going as far as feels comfortable for you in that reaching. So if this right here is enough for you, that's okay. But keeping the chest long, keeping that core pulled back. Nice breath work. Couple more. And when you come back to that neutral spine, sitting nice and tall, exhale, let's switch those circles. And I kind of forgot one thing I wanted to do before I move to this part. So we're going to go back to a movement here because I want to make sure we get it in. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Little trunk rolls here. Sitting nice and tall. Placing that back flat against your chair. We're going to lift those heels and release. Just seated here. Stretching out the feet. If you were a participant that chose to stand, this might feel really good. Loosening up the joints in the feet. Nice job. Just inhaling and exhaling, moving through your breath work here. Nice job. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. We're going to take those arms up, overhead. Exhale, push it away. Nice job. Inhale up. Exhale, push it away. One more time. Inhale, stay at the top. Exhale, left grabs the right arm. Lift a little bit. Feel that nice stretch. Keep pulling that core back. And then maybe a little side bend. Only as deep as feels good for you. Nice job. Breathing into the stretch, into the side body. Exhale, release. Inhale, keep those arms long. Switch the wrist you grab. Always reach up higher just a little bit. And then exhale, side bend here just a little bit. Trying to keep the neck in line with the spine so we don't want to be way back here or stretching our neck forward. Just keep it right in line. Exhale, release. Nice job. All right, we're going to take those hugs. So out to a T, right arm over left. Give yourself some love. Wrap yourself up. Maybe round your spine. Let that head hang long. Inhale, open big. Switch directions, left over right. Nice big hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe you release and round that spine a little bit. And slowly come up. Nice work. Last little bit of work here. We're going to take our feet long. We're going to do one leg at a time. So keep that, I'm trying to think of which side. Left leg bent, right leg comes strong. You're going to inhale up. Exhale, reach for those toes and slowly, slowly, slowly come down. If you don't reach your toes, that's okay. But keeping that foot flexed so you can feel the back of that leg get a little stretch. Keeping the chest as open as possible because we're keeping that spine nice and long. Nice work. And exhale, slowly roll those hands up to sit, rolling the shoulders. We're going to switch legs. Left leg's going to go pointed, flexed. Right leg is going to stay flat on the floor. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, reach with the heart forward, and then let those arms come down wherever they may, keeping the chest open, keeping our gaze right in front of the floor here. Breathing into that stretch. And exhale, slowly roll yourself up, sitting nice and tall. Taking a deep breath. We're going to finish this session with how I always finish our sessions, which that is giving ourselves love, gratitude, some grace for what we've accomplished, letting go of anything that doesn't serve us. And that includes beating ourselves up if we didn't get where we wanted to today. If our balance was a little off today, that's okay. Making sure that you're giving your body the love it deserves in all of those spaces. Nice big inhale. Let's scoop up that love. Exhale. Let it go. One more time. Nice big. Give yourself big love. Exhale. Release. Nice work, friends. Way to push through class today. Nice work. My hair is, I really should have wore a rubber band today. Thank you again for, oh my goodness, for joining us this morning. Me and Coco. He just can't help himself. He has to see what Mom's doing. Let me know if you have any questions or comments on today's workout. Like I said, I know that lunges can be, thank you, you're so welcome. I know that lunges can be challenging, and that's why we don't really do full lunges. We call them a little bit of a knee bend. We don't want to neglect our knees, even though we may have had surgeries or our knees are a little sensitive. We still want to work those joints in a safe way, getting those strong. So hopefully that didn't, oh, thank you, Judy. I appreciate you saying that. That's so sweet. He is our bonus baby. If you didn't know that, he was definitely a surprise. Oh, wonderful, Mary. Thank you. Thank you, Renee. Thank you so very much. And so he has been such a blessing for us who knew we needed, the love of and the sunshine of a 5-year-old again in our life. So it has been a lot of fun. Oh, thank you, Gretchen. See, today I didn't do a brain curl. I'm so sorry. Life got away from me and I didn't have time to get that done for us today. So that was honestly my way of incorporating our brain curls today, was getting our mind to have to think about multiple movements. So we had balance and strength and coordination all together. So thank you so much, Gretchen. Wonderful. Nice work here, friends. Well, we're just going to hang here for a little bit. If anyone has anything they'd like to share, do you have anything fun happening this weekend? Any plans? Feel free to share them. I know typing them is not nearly much as fun as speaking to me. So, oh, thank you, Lana. Thank you so much. You have a great weekend as well. Hopefully, get out there and enjoy the nice weather. As we're waiting, if you're staying for the next session, remembering to continue to get your breath back, taking drinks, stretching if you need to between sessions. That's all important. Just making sure I haven't missed anybody's comments here. Nice job. All right. Well, we have 15 minutes before we start our next session. So, doing what you need to do, maybe take a little bit of a potty break if you need it, and refill your water, all the important things before we jump back into this next part. So, we'll have another 10:15. We'll have a session start for 30 minutes, and then at 11, we'll have another session. So, Mary, I will see you soon. I know you're staying on. If anyone else is, that's wonderful. All right. I am going to go check on my little and use the ladies' room and get a drink. See, all the things I told you to do, I'm going to do the same. So I'll be right back. Coco, how you doing, dude? I got 2 more short sessions, okay? It's going to be about 40 minutes and then we'll end it. I'm back. Get my notebook here. Ooh. Drew, I do not, but I would be interested in that recipe as well if somebody has that to share. Great question. I unfortunately have an autoimmune disorder, so I'm working with lots of doctors. So I recently had um, a food allergy test, and so I can no longer have dairy. So, um, but I would be interested in that recipe. I could share it with my family, and I could maybe make some substitutions where I take off the dairy. But yummy, yummy, Drew. That sounds you're making me hungry. Maybe that's something we could try to remember to share as somebody finds a recipe they want to share the next session that we're together. Oh, yes, Mary. I was going to offer that. Pinterest has, I think whoever invented Pinterest was a very smart person because I myself use it for many, many things. I have probably so many boards I can't even keep track with them. But yes, they always have the best recipes on there. Oh, thank you, Drew. I will look at that after class for sure. Thank you so much. It's amazing what they can do nowadays with dairy free. It's pretty amazing, all the recipes that I find um, that you wouldn't think taste good without the dairy because that's what we're programmed to like. But they've come a long way with things. We recently started doing a subscription box just because I work so much. And when you have to be very specific with your eating, um, it can be really hard. It takes a lot of time to meal prep already, and then, special things make it even tougher. So we started doing a company called Hungry Root, and I've really enjoyed them. They've sent us some very interesting foods that I didn't even know they had, but they've been really tasty. They sent us cauliflower linguine. I didn't even know that they made cauliflower linguine, but it was very good. So we've started doing that to try to make it easier on this busy mama to stay dairy free because, as you know, dairy is in almost everything. And don't think I don't miss it because I do. My favorite dessert, which this is just unfair because I have this allergy, and my doctor said I've probably had it my entire life. And a lot of people don't realize that food allergies um, aren't always, we don't necessarily, get sick or get skin rashes or anything like that. It could just be building inflammation in our body. So um, I've probably had it since I was really little. There's a connection with children who have tubes in their ears as children, that's actually related to a dairy allergy. And I had tubes in my ear when I was about 7 or 8. But my favorite dessert is cheesecake. And I can't have any of that stuff. So I'll just have to save that for maybe once a year on my birthday or something. We have a few more moments here, waiting to see if anyone will jump on for our next session. Good morning, Carol. Nice to have you back this morning. As you can read in the feed, Carol, we were discussing recipes, and Drew was asking for a really yummy chicken enchilada. He was kind enough to find me a dairy-free one. So that's kind of where to catch you up where we are. All right. As always, we'll begin with our warm-up here in a few moments. All right, friends. Well, I think everyone who probably is joining us is probably on, and we just have like 2 more minutes here. So get yourself set up. Water, make sure we're staying hydrated. Towel if you need to have it close by. And making sure that at any point, anything that we're doing, if you need to take a moment, if you're feeling faint or short of breath, please listen to your body. Take that break and jump back in when you're feeling ready to do so. We're sticking with our mantra this week of trusting that we are exactly where we're supposed to be and embracing that change. And hopefully you can carry that in to your day, into your weekend, when things that come up challenge us or we're questioning our space in that moment, that we come back to that mantra. Mantras can be very powerful if we allow them to be, and always coming back to the breath. That's really key too. One of my rituals, and I don't know if any of you are savvy in the, here comes Coco. Say good morning. Here, you want to say, you have time, you can say good morning. You want to say good morning?
Good morning. How are you?
Now they can't talk back, but that's so sweet. It's hard for him to understand that he can't hear your sweet voices. Um, so I forgot what I was saying. That's what happens. Mom brain. My mom brain. Anyway, so we're gonna get started. Um, oh, that's what I was saying. Sorry. I don't know how savvy you are or what technology you have, but I will tell you when you're having spaces and time where you need to feel connected or maybe just have a moment of silence, there is an app, and I use it on my iPhone. It's called Insight Timer, like SIGHT, Insight. And there are so many great guided meditations, sleeping apps, all kinds of great things. And I will put my pod things in and listen to them in the bath, listen to them outside, just taking moments for yourself. So that's a really good resource that I would share with you all. And there's you could look up lots of different things on there. But it's kind of known for that space to feel connected, take a moment for yourself when you need it. So let's good morning, Karen. We're going to get started here with our first set, or our second session, not our first, excuse me. We've already done a whole bunch of work this morning, haven't we? All right. We're going to get started into our 30-minute session, having your weights close to you if you choose. All right. We are going to start this morning standing. However, you know that you can sit. If you're seated, it's going to look just like this. You're going to take that heel, point it up, okay? Holding it, maybe coming forward a little bit because I want you to get that little stretch, okay? If you're feeling sassy this morning and want to move a little bit more, we're going to stay standing, okay? Whoops, sorry, my watch is going crazy here. All right, so here we go. If you're standing, you're just going to point that toe, come a little forward, keeping your chair close if you need it. So if you need to put that chair next to you so you can come and balance, okay? So slowly, and I want you to kind of hinge at the hips so you can feel that hamstring stretch, okay? Soft bend in the knee as you come forward. Taking this at your pace. If this is the first movement you've created for yourself, allowing that space to take this a little slower. Those of you that were on for the first session, maybe you're going a little quicker because you're nice and warm. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Nice stretch, holding that as long as you need. Feeling that beautiful hamstring get the stretch it needs. Nice work. Let's do one more each side. Feeling that stretch. Nice job. Slowly coming up. If you're going to stay in your chair, you're going to do those little step outs. If you're standing, we're going to stand nice and tall, step out and back in. You can keep your hands on your hips. You can move your arms. You can move your arms like this. Do what feels good for you this morning. If you want to keep the chair in front of you for that balance, you can come right here. Lots of options this morning. Keep that breath work in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to stand nice and tall and do some shoulder rolls here. Starting forward first. Keep rolling the shoulders here. You can do this in the chair as always. Nice work. Let's switch directions here. Forward and down. Nice big shrugs up and exhaling, release. Beautiful. Last one. We're going to take our gaze to the left, stretching out that neck. Exhale, come to center. Inhale to the right. Exhale, center. Let's do that again. To the left, holding for a breath here, feeling that stretch. And come center. And back to the right. And release. We're going to take that down. Let the neck hang long. Relax the shoulders. Let the shoulders hang where they want to. Inhale to center. Take this slow so we don't get dizzy. Inhale. Take that gaze to the ceiling. And again, relax the shoulders. Breathe into the stretch. And inhale. Come to center. Let's do that one more time. Exhale. Let the neck hang long. Inhale to center, slowly lift, and then back gaze to the ceiling. Nice job. All right, we're going to continue our warm-up. You can always stay in your chair, but we're going to come in to our punches. Option to sit. If we're going to stand, we're going to punch to the front. Punch. Now, if you want to add a little fun to this, you can punch and step forward. If you are in the chair, you can do the same thing. You're just extending that knee. All right, let's get to it. Front, punch, punch. Breathing, keeping your chair close by if you're standing so you can have that support if you need it. Nice work. 5, 4, smile, 3, and 2, and 1. We're going to go punches to the side. If you're in the chair, you can just step out. If you're up here standing with me, you're going to turn and come back. So you're just going to tap that toe, pivot that foot a little bit. Reach and punch. Reach and punch. You got this. Reach, punch, reach. Nice work. Keep that breath. We got 3, 2, and 1. Release. Coming to the front, we're going to punch to the sky. So you can do this in the chair. You can be in the chair seated, pushing to the sky right here. Push, lift. Nice work. I'm going to sit so you can see me here. Push. Nice work. Keep lifting. Lifting. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. If you are seated, stay here, or you can stand. I want you to just come into a little speed walk here. So if you're standing, looks just like this. Just get that heart rate up. Last little bit of movement here in our warm-up before we go into our strength here. So bending, keeping that core engaged, marching. Nice work. Keep using that breath work. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, friends. Taking a big gulp of air, maybe a big drink, setting ourselves up for our strength session of class. Take your time. I always move on, but I want you to stay in your breaks. I just like to walk you through it before we do it together. So I'm going to use my chair for this strength part first. We're going to test that balance this morning, friends. Always, always. So what we're going to do today, and so I just want you to watch the start. I know we've done bicep curls with a toe point or a leg lift. We're going to take that behind us. So this arm, I'm actually going to stand to the side. So keeping that chair close, you're going to extend the arm into a tricep and then kick your booty, okay? So we try not to swing our shoulder. It's not about how high we get that arm to get that tricep engaged. Think about more of reaching behind you, lengthening, and then that arm will come up. So this is the movement. We're going to do this. Kick and tricep, okay? Then we'll switch to the other side. We got this. All right. When you're ready, if you don't want to come into a standing, you could sit in your chair, hinge at your hips a little bit, and come into that tricep, okay? But I want you to challenge yourself. Balance is so good for us. So getting sturdy on that left leg, we're going to bend our leg, kick it, and go into that extension, that tricep. So bend and straighten. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice work. Little bit of balance. You can take that arm out to the side on the left side or try hovering over the chair. Use your core. Really get that tricep engaged. Nice job. We're going to do 4 more, and then I want you to hold, tricky. We're going to hold it. So hold that leg, hold that extension, squeeze, maybe lift that tricep a little higher. Squeeze. 5, 4, it's okay if your ankle dances. 2, release. Nice work. Even my ankle, I can feel it shaking. That's good strength stability for that ankle. Nice job. Shake out of it before we go to the other side. Nice work. So standing nice and tall. Again, I can walk you through this before we do it together. You're going to bend the left leg and the left arm is going to go back. A little bit of balance here, okay? So taking your time to get set up, using your breath, nice big breaths. And when you're feeling ready, getting nice and sturdy on that other leg. If you're in the chair, you're hinged and just lifting that tricep. Here we go. Inhaling as we lift, exhaling, release. Inhaling, beautiful. Again, option to play with that balance. Taking the arm off the chair a little bit. Trying not to lean too much. We want to keep that spine nice and long as we can. Let's do 5, and then we're going to hold one more time. You got this. 2 more. Then we hold that tricep. Hold, squeeze, lift. Keep that tricep engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Maybe shake out those feet. They start to get cranky at us sometimes when we do that balancing. Nice job. I love balance poses. All right. More balance, more strength, friends. I'm going to show you seated first. Take your time getting to these positions, okay? There's never any rush. I just want to walk you through them. So if you are staying seated, you're going to take the weight in your hand and put it right in front of you. You are going to have to scoot a little bit from your chair so you can get the movement. You're going to take the right knee up and then right just like this. You're not going to hit the weight. That's not the goal. It's a little bit of strength here to hold that back. So we don't want to, if you start to arch to try to get that foot up, then let go of the weight, okay? It's more about keeping that spine flat so arms can go out and you can lift here. So inhaling, lift. If you want to stay standing for a little balance challenge, you can have your chair close to you. Okay, actually, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. You're going to have your chair close. I'm going to show you with this leg, but I'm actually going to do my right, okay? So I'm going to show you with my left leg. My arm is going to go up, and I'm going to slowly bring my knee up and then right back, okay? So lots of options here. Again, even if you're standing, you can come holding your chair right here, okay? The weight is just more strength, okay? Know that you are still building that strength without the weight, all right? So let's get started wherever you're choosing. So I'm going to start with my right leg, okay? I'm actually going to come here. You can also put your chair kind of in front of you. You can, okay, ready? So step that. You're just standing parallel, stepping the right leg back, lifting the weight, slowly coming up. Bring that knee only as high as feels comfortable for you. So if this is it, just a toe touch. Yes, baby. That's okay. I'll check it later, okay? Sorry, friends. He's been playing on my phone. He said, Kevin, which is my husband, text me. He didn't say dad. He said Kevin. So slowly, and if this is your edge right here, that's okay. Don't worry about if your leg does not come up very high. This is balance and strength. If you're in the chair, you're just bringing that knee up to that weight, okay? Up and down, taking your time, using that core to keep this weight as well as bring that knee up. Yes, all that core is working. Breathe. And 4. Taking your time to get set back up each time. Ooh, my knee just popped. 2. Last one. And release. Nice work. Maybe roll those shoulders before we move to the other side. Again, I'll show you seated. If you're going to stay, take your time getting here, friends. If you're staying seated, right leg will stay down, taking that weight in front of you. If it starts to pull you, make sure back arch, release the weight. We want that back to stay nice and flat. So you're just lifting the left up into the weight, okay? That's your modification, or you're coming right up to stand. So you're going to stand parallel, and this time taking the left leg back. Weight comes up. Good morning, Kathy. So taking that left leg back, holding that weight. This is very slow. Inhale, tall spine. Hold that tummy back. Exhale, lift the knee or come up to touching your toe on the floor. I'm going to lower this just a little bit so you can see my feet. So I'd rather my face be cut off than my body, right? You need to see what I'm doing here. So inhaling that leg up. So either point it here or maybe it just comes up a little. It doesn't have to come very high. And back. Taking this nice and slow, knowing that you do not have to have a weight to do this. The weight is more strength for our back and our core because it's adding a layer of difficulty. But know that even without the weight, I promise you are working. So here's your modification. Remember, you can sit in the chair and just bring your knee up to the weight. Nice work. Let's do 4. Big breaths. 2 more. 2. And last one. Release. Roll out those shoulders. Nice work, friends. So we've done lots of balance and strength this morning. Remember, we did our little heel booty kick to our tricep. Then we did those, a little balance and strength. Take your time, get a drink of water. We're going to move on to some arm movements. Knowing that sitting in the chair is always a choice. If you're going to sit in your chair, you're just going to move your arms. If you're going to decide to stand this morning with me, we are going to take our legs a little wider than parallel. My toes, as you can see, are pointed up. Heels are in, okay? So we're going to start here with our shoulder mobility. Sorry, I want to move. You can have your chair in front of you if you need that support, okay? I just moved it so you could see my body. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to bend down. My knees are going to go back a little bit over the middle of my feet, not forward. So if you feel like they start to go forward, bring your legs closer, but still keep those toes out, heels in, okay? So as you just come into this little knee bend, lift those arms, okay? We're going to do this together. If you're in the chair, you're just going to come into lateral raises, knowing that if you've had any shoulder discomfort, you take that range of motion lower. You don't have to come all the way up, okay? But even with shoulder issues, we still want to keep those joints strong. So as we inhale, we go down. Exhale, squeeze at the top. Inhale and exhale. We're keeping our spine nice and long. So I'm going to show you side view so you can see what I'm talking about. We don't want to lean our chest forward where our booties come out. We want to stay square over our hips as much as possible as we lift and lower. Again, knowing that that chair can be in front of you if you need it. Knowing you can sit and just come into lateral raises. Let's do 4 more. Beautiful. Breathing. 2. And last one, come up. Beautiful. All right. Moving on, when you're ready, I'm going to show you. Remember, always take the break. I'll tell you when we're going to start together. I always want to walk you through it, allowing you to take that breath work you need, take that space. So if you are going to sit in this one, you're going to just lift your heels, okay? And this time, though, we're going to come front. Lift those heels. Front. Lift those heels. Option, no weights. And I always say use your OK fingers. Lift the OK fingers. Why do I tell you to do that? Because this encourages you to squeeze, still activating those muscles. So squeeze and squeeze, okay? If you're standing, you're going to come behind your chair, knowing that you have that stability if you need it. Coming parallel legs. You're going to squeeze and lift those heels. Again, knowing that your arms don't have to go all the way up. I'm sorry, I messed you up. Sorry. We're going front. Sorry. Same concept, though. They don't have to go all the way up. If your range of motion is here, that's okay. So setting up wherever feels good for you this morning, getting a nice big inhale, exhale, release. Here we go. Inhale, lift the heels, arms come forward. Knowing you can be seated in your chair to do this. If you start to arch your back, please release the weights and just lift those arms. Nice work. Keep squeezing as you squeeze those booties if you're standing. Inhaling at the top, exhaling down. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice work. Let's do 4. 3. Nice work. 2. Last one right here. And release. Roll out those shoulders. Take a water break if you need it. Nice work. So we've done our triceps a little bit here this morning. And we did some lateral and frontal, which is working our shoulders and our lats, even a little bit of our triceps when you do these movements. So now we're going to come into working our biceps, okay? Option, as always, to stay seated. And again, stay in your break, stay in that breath. I want you to take the rest that you need. I'm just walking you through it. So if you're going to stay seated for this bicep portion, that's wonderful. So we're going to sit nice and tall, okay? Our arms are going to be on our lap. We're going to come into reversed curl. So my palms are down instead of palms up. So reverse curl. And then we're going to put our arms like a T and come in to this little movement, like a fly, okay? So reverse, twist the wrist. That's good for the wrist too. And out, okay? So when you're ready, you can stay standing. You can stay in your chair. You either way, stay nice and flat spine, okay? So get ready. Cleansing breath before we start. Exhale, release those shoulders down and back. Here we go. Inhale, reverse bicep. Release, exhale. Flip those wrists a little bit. Come into your fly. Now, knowing that your fly does not have to look like mine, it can be a little lower, okay? If this is your range with your shoulders. Also knowing you can do this without weights. Holding those okay fingers down and using that breath. Keep going. We're still working through it together. Taking that breath, inhaling as the weights come up, exhaling as they come down. When we come into these reverse curls, keeping those elbows from flaring out. So it's not this motion, even if you can't get them as high, keeping those elbows in, okay? Nice work. Let's do 3. Keep breathing. Last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Nice job. Slowly releasing. You, my friends, have done it. We're going to go into our cool down. I know I challenged you a lot this morning, but I knew you could do it. That's why we challenge one another. All right. Taking your time, letting go of those weights before we come in to our stretching portion. Sitting nice and tall when you're ready in your chair. Maybe you lower your gaze. Maybe you shut your eyes all the way. Being very mindful of our bodies, of our movements. Hopefully creating that mindfulness as you continue on through your weekend. Those of you that jumped on maybe later didn't hear me recommend a very helpful app on, if you have an iPhone, you might be able to get it anywhere, to be real honest. Could get it on your computer. I'm not for positive, but it's called Insight, INSIGHT, Insight Timer, like a timer. And they have great walking through meditations. They even have things to help you sleep. Lots of great tools. It's one of my favorite apps to use. All right, friends, we've got ourselves all mindfully together. Let's start to shrug out those shoulders and feel free to explore. So I know we sometimes just do our neck rolls separate from our shoulders, but sometimes it's okay to just kind of shake our head around softly, of course, and rolling our shoulders with us, working out any of those kinks that feels good for us. If it feels better to just stay stationary, that's okay too. And when you're ready, maybe opposite direction with those shoulder rubs, maybe taking one and then the other. Again, it's important to explore our bodies and find the movement that's serving us today. Nice work. Whew. We're going to take big arm circles forward. Inhaling at the top, exhaling them around. Tall spine, sitting flat back against your chairs. Nice job. Let's do one more this direction, and then we'll switch. Releasing, sitting nice and tall, inhaling towards the forward part of your body, exhaling back and around. Only taking these circles to your mobility. So maybe your circles are a little smaller. That's all right. We're just cooling down the shoulders that we worked. Nice job. One more. Inhale and exhale. Let's take that right arm across the body. We've done this before. Nice big stretch, almost like you're going to reach around and hug yourself. If that feels good, you can bend it. Maybe you'll feel a stretch here. If you want to keep it long, that's a good choice too. Maybe roll out the wrist. That might feel good. Exhale, bring that arm up if you choose, if that doesn't cause any discomfort. Patting yourself on the back here. If this feels big enough stretch for you, you can stay right here or gently pull that elbow just a little deeper, keeping the spine as long as possible. Breathing into the stretch. And release. Nice work. Other side. Inhale that left arm across your body. Keeping the shoulder out of your ear. Maybe you want to wrap and stay right here. That's fine. Maybe you want to keep it long and roll out your wrist. Nice job. Exhale, come up, pat yourself on the back. Maybe grab that elbow if that doesn't hurt, or you can stay right here, patting yourself on the back. Breathing into the stretch no matter where you are. And slowly release. We're going to take our arms, big T, inhale, exhale, round the spine, interlace your fingers, push. Go ahead and let that spine round. The back is rounded here. Inhale, come nice and tall, taking your time so we don't get dizzy. Exhale, round the spine, interlace the palms, feel that stretch. And slowly release. Nice work this morning, friends. As always, we are going to connect with our practice, connect with ourselves, being very mindful that what you just did today was a beautiful thing, beautiful space we've created. So scoop up that love and gratitude. Here we go. Inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, release. One more time. Nice big loves for yourself. Inhale and exhale. Release. Wonderful job, friends. Way to push this morning. You're welcome, Mary. Thank you so much. Way to push hard this morning, everyone. Make sure you're staying hydrated if you're staying. And even after you're not staying, if you're leaving me this morning, not staying with the next one, that's okay. But continue to drink. Fun little tip for you, a health and wellness tip, is you should be trying, your goal every day is to get half your body weight in H2O. So whatever your weight is, divide that by 2, and that is how much water you should be getting every day. So I know the old school way of thinking is only, what is it, 8 cups of water. Is that right? I can't remember. Yeah, 8 cups. Oh, wonderful, Carol. But that has shifted a little bit. We actually need more water. And it really is based on, everybody's body is different. Everybody's body weighs something different. And so that's why just saying across the board, everybody, that is a thank you, Karen. You too. Have a wonderful weekend. Knowing that we're all different. So just the standard amount of water, that is just standard. That's why it's a standard. But really you should be taking your weight, divide it by 2, and that's how much water. So I will tell you, I'm supposed to get like 75 ounces of water a day. So that's my goal. So I have these that I carry around. And by the way, I'm being nice to the planet. I buy one and I refill it out of our fridge. So I'm not buying a ton of these bottles of water. And then I also have a big cup with a straw that I think is 35 ounces. And I try to finish 2 full ones at least. That's always my goal. And then, of course, I really need a little bit more than that. But always set yourself a goal here. So, sorry, these start to hurt my ears. It's like a headband it starts to pull on my ear a little bit. So this morning we will have, in about 10 minutes here, we will have another session, our final session for this Friday morning. I so appreciate you all who have joined on this morning for any session you chose to join. So wonderful to see all of you here. Carol. I mean, I will caution you that the first week you try to get that goal, you will be on the potty a lot. But once your body acclimates to the added fluid, it will start to calm down. But we really do. I guess my suggestion to you is maybe try to increase your water, even if it's you know, 8 more fluid ounces than you got the day before. That's a good way to start, a good goal. But I will tell you, most people are not as hydrated as they should be. And it's so important for our body. So I also understand. I too have actually always had a very little bladder. Always, 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 always. In fact, my family, it's like a running joke with my family and friends that they say I have the bladder of an infant, and I probably do. So I understand fully. So maybe just making it a tiny goal where you just increase a little bit that water intake. So we have about 10 more minutes. If you need to grab a drink, refill your water, use the ladies' room since we're talking about that. Take that opportunity to do so before we start our next session. We have one more session for 30 minutes, and then you will be on your way for this Friday, hopefully feeling a little stronger. Wonderful, Carol. That's all we can do, right? We just try a little bit more. That's wonderful. Always goals, right? Not perfection. We just try our best. But I will warn you, as I said, always increasing our fluids until our body gets used to the extra fluids. You will make extra trips, but your body, if you stay with it, your body will start to normalize it as, oh, now they're getting more water and it's normal for the last week or whatever. And then it will hopefully calm down. So I'm going to check on my little one real quick because he's right in the other room. He hasn't been in here recently, which makes me a little nervous. No, he's being good. But I'm going to check on him, and then we will start our final session this morning, and we'll get started. right, I am back. We'll get started here in a few more minutes. Give anyone time that maybe is joining later. So as you've probably noticed, or maybe you've noticed, we didn't do a brain curl this morning, this session, because I was busy and I forgot. But what I did instead, if you've noticed, is that we've done our brain curl through our movement today, where I've done some balance and coordination all wrapped into one. We've done our strength, our balance, and some multiple movements to get our brain thinking so many movements all together. So that actually was our brain curl today instead of a question. Just sometimes fun to do that to our bodies to keep it guessing. And if you're just joining me, you might see my little 5-year-old pop his little head in here. He said hi a couple of times to those of you that have been on. Looking for a pen. I'm going to set you up here so we can get started shortly. Making sure you're keeping that water by, staying hydrated as we move through our final session together. Okay. Looking at my notes, friends, we are going to begin when you're ready. And I say begin because I really like to start each session. I know we're starting with our warm-up, but we also want to begin each practice kind of coming into our mindfulness and not just the physical. We want to pay attention to how we're feeling in our mind and our hearts this morning. And remembering that this is the place we let go of any of those things that are maybe nagging at us, causing some frustration, not serving our body. Maybe they're a burden. Maybe they're not our burden to bear. So we want to make sure we leave that in this space. This is your safe zone. This is where you let it all go. So as you're sitting in your chair, maybe beginning this warm-up, which is either closing your eyes or lowering your gaze and just breathing. Just be in the moment, in this space today, not thinking about your checklist, not thinking about things you got to get done or the next activity. Just allowing your space to be here, allowing your body to soak up all the glorious efforts you're going to put forth this morning, and being very mindful of the breath as you just sit here. Find your cadence of breath. And what I mean by that is everyone has a cadence. So usually I have a number. Normally mine is a 4 count. Some people's are different. Maybe they're a 5 count. Practice that in your head as you inhale through the nose. holding for a brief moment at the top, and then exhale, release. And I encourage you to hear your breath, okay? I know you can hear mine. Sometimes that's uncomfortable space for people, but just practice and release. There's a powerful thing that comes through with our breath work. So once you've found your cadence, I'm going to be quiet for a moment. And I want you to just practice that breath. And whenever things become too much or frustrating or challenging, including your practice, we always come back to that breath, keep us grounded. All right, friends, now that we've started to wake up our inner being, let's wake up our outer. So we're going to start slow. We're going to bend forward, taking our heart forward, little seated cat-cow. Exhale, round the spine, push your palms forward on those knees. Feet are flat. Inhaling, chest forward. Exhale, round the spine. Nice work. Inhaling and exhaling. Moving with your breath and exhale. Do a couple of more here with your breath. And when you feel complete, we'll come back center, sitting nice and tall in our chair. We're going to inhale those arms up. Exhale, push it away. Inhale up. Exhale, push it away. This next inhale. Inhale up. Exhale, split the arms to the right, sitting nice and tall. Maybe little spinal twist here, but be kind to your spine if this is the first movement you've created today. Holding for a breath. And then inhaling center. Exhale, split the arms to the left, keeping that spine nice and long. Only twisting to your edge, to your point of mobility. And exhale, release to center. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Holding for a breath here. And exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. And release. Taking those arms up high. Right arm grabs the left wrist. Pull, just sit up a little taller, reach a little taller, and then exhale, soft little side bend twist here. Not twist, excuse me, side bend. Keeping your neck in line with your spine so we don't lean back and we don't hunch forward. So even if you can't get your arm as high, that's okay. If you need to take your arm forward in front of your face a little lower, that's a choice too. And exhale, release, switching. So I'm going to show you lower range of motion. I'm reaching, left is going to grab the right, and I'm going to twist my arm just a little side bend here. Side bend body, feeling it in that side. And release. We're going to start warming up that lower part of our body. Option to stay right here and come into some hula hoop circles, or you can stand and come into some gentle circles. In one direction, seating. I can never say that word. I swear I mess it up every time. If you're staying in the chair, you can still do these gentle hula hoop rolls here is what I like to call them. We've done them in the chair before. And when you feel complete, we're going to switch directions, soft with those hips, being kind to our joints. As gentle circles here. Nice work. Oh, you lost the connection. Uh-oh. Everybody else okay on here? Sorry, I just saw her. I feel like I see everybody. Hopefully she can get back on. When you feel complete with those circles, we're going to start marching in place here. So you can either stay standing or in the chair, okay? So whatever feels good for you, just marching it out this morning, like we're going on a little walk together, keeping the spine long and keeping that core engaged as we march, warming up the lower part of our body. Nice work. Keep marching. I'm going to check to see if Kathy was able to, hopefully Kathy was able to get back on. Keep marching. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last little bit of warm up because I want you to, we're going to, remember I said brain curls today. We're thinking and moving our body's coordination. So keeping that chair close, I just want you to take your hands on your hip. You're going to step to the left, to the right, or I'm sorry, forward. I already messed you up. Restart. I messed myself up. I'm looking at myself and my legs and it's like a mirror. So standing tall, you're going to take the left leg out, right leg forward, right leg to the side and back. Taking this slow, okay? But what we're doing here is we're kind of messing with our mind a little bit here. We're creating movement to warm up our body, and we're creating a little balance. So take it very slow. Nice job. Each time. And that chair is there just in case you need it. If you need to pause and stay right here, okay, you got this. Let's do 2 more. Beautiful. Keep that breath. Kind of like a little square dance. Is that what they call it? Square dancing? I feel like this is steps to a dance here. Beautiful. Last one. Nice work. All right. For our strength this morning, and take your time getting here, we're going to come into, sorry, I want to move my chair so you can see me here. And as always, weights are an option. Weights are just causing a little bit more strength and balance here. So this morning, your choice here, we're going to do 3 movements. Again, brain curls. I'm testing our brain here. So you're going to use your chair. If you're seated in the chair, maybe I should show you that first. Sorry. If you want to stay seated this morning, we are going to go out with our arm and then forward. And you won't, your back part, when we do our back, you're just going to come into a tricep, okay? But you're not going to move your leg. So if you're seated, it's going to look like this, okay? And then stay hinged, tricep. Let me do that again for you. So out, front, stay stationary, tricep. If you're standing with me and you're using that chair, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stand nice and tall. Chair's here for support. Soft bend in that standing leg, which would be your right. So you're going to go out to the side, forward, kick that leg, heel, so it looks like this, heel, tricep, okay? So let's do that again before we do a whole series. I'm going to show you again. So out, forward, and to the side. It looks like this, okay? So wherever you are, setting up all together, nice big inhale, exhale, release, and here we go. Inhale to the side, exhale it down, inhale forward, exhale down, little booty kick and a little tricep, okay? That was one. Here we go. Next one. Option to hover that arm to test that balance as you're coming through this, okay? Your foot can just point. It doesn't have to come up. Choose what feels good for you. And in that chair, when you come into the tricep, you're just extending that tricep. You're not bending that leg. Nice work. Kick that booty. Nice job. Keep breathing. Let's do two more right here. You can do this. I know you can. Push. Taking this at your tempo here, your space here. Last one. Nice work. Now remembering not to, oh, wonderful, Kathy. Remembering that we don't beat ourselves up or mentally beat ourselves up when we do these unique movements that we've never done. Yes? I just moved it right back to the place I had it. Sorry. Because I'm challenging our minds and our bodies this morning. So if you were only able to do 5 of whatever number we did, that's okay. It's progress, not perfection, right? So again, I'm going to show you. I should have done that again. If you're seated, we have that weight, and we're going to switch it to our right arm this time. So leg is going to go out, arm is going to go out, arm and leg go forward, down, and then you're going to hinge tricep. So seated looks like this. Okay? And if you're choosing to stand, this is what it'll look like. Pointing that toe or coming up, off, and lifting, then booty kick, tricep extension behind you, okay? So wherever you are, nice big inhale through the nose, exhale, release. If you're standing, soft bend in that standing leg, inhale to the side, exhale, release, inhale to the front, exhale, release, booty kick, tricep extension. Nice job. Inhale and exhale. Keep working. Keep squeezing. Maybe hover that hand off the chair if you're standing for that more deep balance. Inhaling. Trying to keep that spine nice and tall. We're trying not to lean too much into our chair here. Nice job. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, booty kick. Nice job. 1 more. Inhale. Taking this as slow as you need to. And release. Nice work, friends. Loretta, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining this morning. All right, we are done with that portion, friends. No, Coco. My son thought I thought we were done as in he was done. Coco, not you, baby. Anyway, sorry, friends. So taking our time, we are done with that, the most intense part of our class, which was the balance and the weights. So now we're going to come into some seated ab work to finish out our series, and then we'll do a cool down. And all of you can get on with your beautiful Friday and your weekend. So when you are ready, grab a drink, take your time. Whew. Nice work on that sequence of balancing. I know that was challenging. Even if you were seated, it takes a lot of mobility and knowing that you can always have dropped that weight and come right here with that movement, okay? Nice work, though. All right, sitting nice and tall in our chair. I'm actually going to twist my chair around here. So we're going to start warming up our core before we ever go into our core. So our feet are going to be flat on the floor, nice tall spines. I've moved a little bit away from my chair, which is what I want you to do. We're going to take our arms, cross them. We're going to inhale back to that chair, exhale, lift that spine, pull that core. Okay? That's our first movement to warm up our core. So nice and tall, inhale and exhale. Trying not to arch the back. If you need to bring your arms down and bring them here, that's okay too. They can be in front of you or they can be here. Whatever feels good. If you need to hold your chair, that's an option. Inhaling back, exhaling, use that core lift. Nice job. And lift. Just very subtly pushed back away from your chair. This shouldn't cause any back pain. Nice job. 3 and 2. Last one and 1. Nice work. Get your breath back. So I'm going to move here my chair away from the wall so I don't hit anything. So I'm setting up. Continue to take your break as I show you our next move. So feet are going to stay flat on the floor. Arms are going to go wide. We're going to exhale, twist, inhale, center. So this is abs as well because I want you to stay nice and just a tiny bit away from your chair. So I'll show you sideways. So I'm not all the way up to my chair. I'm up just a tiny bit, keeping that spine nice and long. Inhaling the arms, soft, gentle twist, working those abs, okay? So that's where I want you. When you're ready, you're feeling ready to move to this movement. Feet are flat, sitting nice and tall. Roll the shoulders down and back. Inhale long, exhale to the right. And I got too close to the wall. Inhale slowly back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. You got this. Move with your breath, keeping that spine nice and long, and only turning, twisting to your edge, the level that is challenging for you. So it might look much different than me, and it might look different than if we were in an in-person class. If this feels better, you can come with your hands prayer and twist right here. Still getting those abs turned on, okay? The arms long, just add a little more challenging movement. Maybe you even lower your arms a little lower if that hurts your shoulders. Nice work. 2 more. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Nice job. Rolling those shoulders. Beautiful work, friends. All right. I'm going to grab a quick drink here. It's dry in here this morning. All right. Taking your time. We're going to still stay seated here. So this time we're sitting nice and tall. And again, continuing your break. I'm going to walk you through it as always. So we're going to keep our feet flat. Hands are going to go behind our head. And we're just going to lift our knees. Gently pulling, using that core to lift our knees. Okay? So that's going to be our first movement. So taking your time. Sitting nice and tall. Rolling the shoulders down and back as always. Hands behind your head, or they can come here, whatever you need, and lift. And really think about pulling that core back. We want to suck in our tummies as we try to lift our knees to our edge of difficulty as high as we can to really use our abs to pull our knees up. Nice work. Inhaling the knee up, exhaling it down. Inhaling, and exhaling. You got it. Keep breathing. Push through. You got this. Nice work. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Release. Maybe roll the neck and the shoulders. That's also because we're sitting in this position. If you've noticed, you might feel your mid back in between your shoulder blades. That was turning on. It shouldn't have been painful, but it's your back working because you're using your back and your core to lift those knees up. Good things for our body. So take a moment, grab a break here, a breath, before we move on to the next movement here. Beautiful work. I'm going to show you again, so stay with your break. The next movement is we're staying tall again with our abs, and we're doing a gentle twist. So pretending that we're going to lift our knee and our elbow, knowing full well they're not going to touch, okay? That's your goal, is just to lift, and you want to keep your spine long. So we don't want to bend down. That's not what it is. And it doesn't matter if they touch. We're just lifting and a little gentle twist to use those oblique. And then the other side, okay? So take that breath, getting yourself mentally in it, that we can do challenging things, we can do hard things together. So inhaling nice and tall. Exhale. Release. Here we go. Inhale. Left elbow to right. Right elbow to left knee. See, it makes your brain think. Inhale, left to right. Inhale, right to left. Stay as tall as you possibly can. Keeping that chest open. Try not to dump down. Even if you can't get that high, that's okay. You are still working, I promise. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Pull those tummies back. You got this. Breathe. Breathe through the challenging points. That's what our breath is there for, to provide support. 3 more. We got this. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. Release. Nice work, friends. Beautiful work. Take a breath. Take a breath. Beautiful. We have one more series, and then we are going to start our cool down. Nice work. So, choosing to stay seated. I'm just stretching out the back of my legs for a minute while you guys are grabbing a drink of water. I've taught a lot of classes this week, and I have one more class this week. I sub at my studio for a spin class. I normally don't teach on Saturday mornings, but we needed a sub, so I've taught a lot this week. So, keeping with our strength, you're going to grab your weights if you choose. Remembering, weights are always a choice. Sitting nice and tall. We're going to sit up against our chair here. Here we go. So, I know we normally have done biceps here, and we've done some T. We're going to take our arms, what I call a W. My body looks like a W, right? So we're going to do a W bicep curl, okay? So W, and then rotate those palms. So we're actually doing strength with our wrists too. And then a little shoulder press. Now, knowing if you have shoulder discomfort, you're not going to push all the way up. It might just be coming right here, okay? So it's a W, twist, and push out, okay? Pushing to wherever is comfortable for you and your shoulders, all right? So nice big inhale, exhale. release. Let's take those arms into those W. So inhale it up. Exhale, turn those palms. Exhale, push it out. Nice work. Inhale and exhale. That wide W and push. Always rotating. You can see I'm rotating my palms every time I come down. Also working the strength of our wrist, which is so important. Push. Using that beautiful breath work. You're almost done with your series here. So find that as your motivation to push through this last difficult series here, knowing that you can do this. Nice work. Let's do 3 more. Wherever you are, knowing it's not about the count, it's about the quality of your movements here. 1 more. Push and release. Nice work. The last movement of strength that we're going to do is we're going to come over. Just rest your forearms on your legs and let those weights kind of hang. And you can do this without weights. And then roll the weights up. So we're just stretching out our wrist, but we're also building strength. So keep that back nice and flat. And you're just rolling up the weights. Stretching it out here, but also building that strength in your forearms and in those wrists. Nice job. Let's do 5 more. We'll switch to 1 more thing, and then you, my friends, have completed another glorious session this Friday morning. Hopefully you felt a little pep in your step here, continuing to take that energy into your Friday, into your weekend. 3 and 2 and last one here. Beautiful. So stay with that break. If you need to roll out your wrist, let the weights go. As I said, you can do this without weights. This time we're going to rotate our palms forward and back. So you're just flipping that weight, keeping the back long, all right? Working that wrist again. So when you're ready, getting yourself set up and flipping, you got it. Last little bit of strength here. Strength and mobility, turning those wrists over and under. Only going at your pace, nobody else's. I'm not even counting. I'm just wanting you to strengthen those wrists all together. Beautiful work. Do 3 more wherever you are. Stretching out those wrists. Nice work. When you've done your 3, slowly release. Slowly let those weights come down. Rolling out the shoulders. Beautiful. Let's do a couple of head rolls here, a couple of neck rolls here. So just slowly releasing the neck, coming around. Inhaling at the top, exhaling as it comes around. Taking it nice and slow, being kind to your joints. When you get back up to the top, switching directions. Nice work. Keep going. One more wherever you are. Connecting back to your practice. Nice job. Sitting nice and tall. Taking those arms. We're going to do those shoulder rolls here, but make them a little bigger this time. Nice big circles forward, shaking out the shoulders here. Beautiful. When you're ready, switching directions. I couldn't figure out which direction I was going. But wherever you are, switching directions. Nice work. Beautiful. Sitting nice and tall. We're going to come into that seated cat-cow. So inhale that spine nice and tall forward. Exhale, round. Just let those palms come forward on the knees. And inhale, slowly come forward with your breath. And exhale, release. Do a couple on your own breath movement, getting comfortable with your breath, letting it guide you through your stretches. When you feel complete, coming to center neutral spine. Let's stretch out. We did a lot of tummy stuff today. That's why we did that cat and cow. Stretch that tummy out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, let those arms split to the right, sitting nice and tall. Gentle spinal twist here. Also stretching out that side body. Breathe into the stretch. Exhale, come center. Nice job. Inhale those arms up. And exhale, split that body to the left side, sitting nice and tall, pulling that core back, flat back, relaxing as much as you can in this stretch. And exhale, release. Taking those feet out in front of you. We're going to scoot a little bit forward. We're going to take those feet pointed. Inhaling up. Exhale slowly with leading with the chest, not the tummy. Reach down. Now you don't have to touch your toes, but you're going to surrender in this stretch, keeping the feet flexed. Shoulders relax. You're in a seated forward fold. If you've ever done yoga, we do this standing, but today we're going to do it seated. So just surrender into this fold. Let everything hang long. Release the neck, the spine, the fingers. And exhale, roll up slow, 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 slow. Your head is the last to come up. We're going to do that one more time. Really focus on pointing the feet so we feel it in the back of our legs, those hamstrings as well. So sit nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward first with the chest, and then as you fold, let everything come and surrender. Taking this last few moments of breath work in this stretch to not think about what's next, to not think about your to-do list or anything that's causing some stress or anxiety. Knowing, trusting that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Embracing this workout, embracing the day. Take a moment of silence and really just allow yourself to be, to soak up all the benefits of this space that you've created this morning. Slowly inhale, and we're rolling up very, very slowly, pulling those legs back up. Beautiful work, friends. Nice big inhale, remembering to find that grace for yourself, to really give yourself the love it deserves, not just physical, but that mental and heart space. Let's scoop up that love together. Inhale, exhale, release. Nice work, friends. Beautiful practice this morning. Good morning, Donna. Thanks for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed the sessions this morning and you were able to really not only move our bodies, but find, like I said, that space within your heart and your mind to feel that expansion and growth. So I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. Get out there and enjoy this weather. And I will see you all back on Monday. As always, thank you for the beautiful, kind comments. I've received some wonderful messages from some of you, and I really sincerely appreciate all the kindness that you've extended towards me. I know it's not always easy when there's change, and that includes new instructors. So I so appreciate all of you, and have a beautiful, blessed weekend. Thank you, Carol. You are so welcome. I'm so glad. Just giving you each a moment. If you had something to say before I logged off, because I know sometimes I log off too soon if you were in the midst of typing, so I apologize. All right, friends. Well, enjoy your weekends, and I will see you all Monday bright and early. Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. You are so welcome. Have a wonderful weekend.